This is my forecast for the second half of the year from June 21st, the summer solstice, to December 21st, the winter solstice. But let's first recap a little bit to watch the momentums as they have progressed. Uh, Pretty clear to what I have expected. Now, of course, 2025 is a year no one will ever forget because it's so transformative and we're just moving into a new era, a new generation, a new way of being on the planet, certainly in the United States, and everything the United States does in the short term is affecting everyone around the globe. But these patterns aren't just political. These patterns of transformation also impact us individually. And one of the tricks for being successful in these patterns, which are really quite abundant, they really are, if you don't get trapped in the other people's karma on the live stage, but stay involved in your own processes to the degree that feels correct to you, you can make enormous change, incredible progress, and there's excessive opportunity for abundance. Don't forget that, and don't let that get lost in the noise of everything else that's going on, that most of it you have absolutely zero control or influence over, other than your ability to hold space for what is real and true. Okay, so we started out the year with this push-pull energy that lasted until mid-April. That made things very frustrating, and it was hard to move any projects forward. It was just a battle from the second you got out of bed till the time you fell back into bed at the end of the night. But as we moved toward the end of April and into May, things started to loosen up. There was still a lot of tumultuous activity and craziness going on that we had to navigate, but we started to be able to stretch ourselves out. And certainly June has continued in this rambunctious energy, which at times has felt um, constraining, but it hasn't really been constraining. It's more that there's been a lot of pressure that we had to work inside of. This week, we finally started to get relief from that pressure. With every day that passed this week, we went into feeling better and better and better. And I think that will continue this weekend. Now, as we move, and the aspects, by the way, the energy for this weekend are really fantastic. And to that point, I hope many of you are making plans for socializing if that's what you enjoy doing, or just being with those people you really care about, because it's just rich. And in these times where we have so much tumultuous, transformative, expansive energy, where everything is coming at us, we really need to find those touch points and those stabilizing moments to replenish ourselves emotionally and energetically. Now, as we move into July, July is an extremely potent month. I mean, there is so much activity in July. And it's odd because certainly in the United States, uh, even if you don't have children in school, typically everything slows down. It just kind of goes slow, right? This summer, even though there might be elements that are slow, maybe in family systems, perhaps, it's just jam-packed with activities, one after the next after the next. It's almost like the people who were trying to make, or those of us who were trying to make progress the first part of the year and couldn't. It all seems to come to roost in July. It's like, okay, all the things I've wanted, all the things I want to do, all the changes I need to make, everything seems to happen in July. It doesn't matter whether it's relationship, whether it's buying a house or having a baby, getting in or out of a relationship. It's like it all seems to happen in July. Okay, so, this is a month, July, to really pace yourself with um, everything going in every which direction. So we have to back to the micro. This is why I like to start my day with meditation, just ground into the inner calm because there's so much going on externally. And this is the theme throughout the balance of the year. It doesn't really stop. September, we get a little bit of a break to kind of just catch our breath. July is a hot point month. August is still very hot and very active for the first half of the month. As we get to the second half of August, the patterns, it's a little easier on our system. And as we get into September, as I said, we sort of have that, okay, I can exhale now. I can just stop for a minute. I can stop from all this change and all this growth and all these things I've been doing and just kind of sit still for a minute. But then it only picks up again in October. It's nothing like July, but October, November, and December, everything is still is moving quite rapidly, and the transformative energy, the abundant energy, is still with us. And this element of taking care of ourselves to be able to navigate all these changing waters is really the thing we want to pay the most attention to. And if we can discipline ourselves enough, you have to think of it like learning how to surf, ride the waves, or what's another analogy? Just learning how to manage all of this energy. You can harness it and channel it toward the things you want to do, which is really amazingly fantastic. Um, I'm trying to do all those things in terms of my own personal endeavors, and I am a human body. We can only do what we can do, but the more we try and keep ourselves balanced, then we can channel those energies in the collective to really fuel all of our dreams and hopes and have 2025 end as one of the most amazing years we've ever had. And you have to separate that from whatever's going on externally. Just keep focused on the energies themselves and channel them into your experience. Stay disciplined and focused and let them work for you. And you can have one of the best years of your life. And then, of course, as we head into 2026, it's going to continue on in this pattern. It's not as quite as chaotic because we've kind of seen what transformation energy feels like, and we're getting a little skill with it. But we're still going to be in these faster paced energies, which require a lot of focus and concentration. So I like this year because I like movement. I like energy, not, moving through my life. Not everyone does because it can be tiring. But the key is to really focus on what you want to have happen and be disciplined about that. But look to July for an expansive big month. And then we will also be now and the winter solstice, uh, we are perfecting all the things that we've been working on the whole year, and that whatever we're working on in July, we'll be perfecting all of these things through the balance of the year. So, wow, it's been 2025 is one for the record books for sure. But make it work for you, and you can. And that's by not getting sidetracked on external events to the degree you're not focused on your own growth, your own abundance, your own goals and dreams. Okay? All right, now on to other things. I have several videos in my newsletter today that's talking about upcoming programs and things of that nature. I appreciate it if you will take a look at those because I'm excited for the things that I have going on as well. All right, my friends, have a wonderful day and a great summer solstice. Talk to you soon.